Have you ever pondered the possibility of stepping into a machine, pressing a button, and suddenly finding yourself in a different time period? Imagine that. Time travel, it's an enigma that has captivated our collective consciousness for generations. It's an idea that's been explored in countless books, films, and TV shows, from H.G. Wells' The Time Machine to Doctor Who and Back to the Future. Yet it's not just in the realm of fiction. Some of the greatest minds in science have also dipped their toes into the murky waters of time travel theories. Einstein's theory of relativity, for instance, suggests that time is not as fixed as we might think. So could we, one day, really journey through time? That's a question that remains unanswered. As we continue to unlock the mysteries of the universe, who knows what we might discover? Imagine being able to traverse through time, witnessing historical events or exploring the future. That's the mystery of time travel. Meet John, an average guy with an extraordinary secret. He has a time machine. John, an everyday bloke, was just like you and me. He enjoyed his morning coffee, his evening sitcoms, and his job as a watch repairman. But as fate would have it, his life was about to take a twist that would make his humdrum existence a thing of the past. One day, nestled in the back of an old grandfather clock he was restoring, he found an odd device. It was a contraption like no other, with dials and knobs that seemed to hint at a purpose beyond the ordinary. With a bit of tinkering, John discovered the device's astonishing purpose. It was a time machine. Remember, John was an ordinary guy. He had no background in physics or quantum mechanics. He was just a man with a tool that could manipulate the fabric of time itself. The first few trips were a blur. He visited the dinosaurs, the pyramids under construction, even the far future with its towering skyscrapers and flying cars. But with each journey, John began to realize the enormity of his discovery. He could see the rise and fall of civilizations, witness the evolution of technology, and experience cultures long since vanished. He was a silent observer of history and the future, a passenger on the timeline of existence. Yet the power of time travel was not without its perils. The weight of history and the uncertainty of the future were a heavy burden to bear. The past could be changed with a misplaced footstep, the future altered with a careless word. John found himself walking on the tightrope of time, where every action could ripple into countless consequences. And so our ordinary John was ordinary no more. He was a time traveler, a voyager of the ages. He held in his hands the power to unravel the mysteries of time, to peer into the past and the future, to witness the grand tapestry of existence unfold before his very eyes. With the press of a button, John can be anywhere, anytime, a privilege that is both thrilling and terrifying. Imagine stepping into the shoes of historical figures or witnessing future marvels. That's a typical day for John. John's time travel adventures are as varied and exciting as the eras he visits. One day, he's rubbing shoulders with Shakespeare in Elizabethan England. The next, he's marveling at the floating cities of the 22nd century. He's seen the rise and fall of empires, the birth of new nations, and the evolution of technology in ways we can only dream of. But don't think it's all fun and games. Time travel is a dangerous business. There are the physical risks, of course. John has been chased by dinosaurs, nearly froze in the last ice age, and even came close to being vaporized by a rogue AI in the far future. But the perils are not just physical. John grapples with moral and ethical dilemmas that would baffle even the greatest philosophers. Should he prevent a catastrophe he knows will happen? Can he change the course of history for the better? Or should he let events play out as they are meant to? John's adventures also show him the consequences of his actions. He once saved a child from a car accident, only to find out years later that the child grew up to be a ruthless dictator. He's also seen how a simple act of kindness in one era can ripple through time, leading to significant positive changes in the future. John's time travel adventures highlight the interconnectedness of events and the importance of each individual's role in shaping history. They also underscore the responsibility that comes with the power to travel through time. But despite the dangers and dilemmas, John wouldn't trade his adventures for anything. He's seen the best and worst of humanity, experienced the thrill of discovery, and learned invaluable lessons about life and time itself. John's adventures through time are exhilarating, but also fraught with danger and moral dilemmas. John's time machine isn't just a fantasy, it's based on real scientific theories. Now you might be wondering, how? Well, let's dive right in. At the heart of John's time machine lies Albert Einstein's famous theory of relativity. Einstein essentially proposed that time and space are interwoven into a single continuum known as space-time. And here's the interesting part: space-time isn't flat. It's curved in the presence of mass and energy. So if you can warp space-time significantly, you might create a shortcut, a wormhole, a bridge in space-time, if you will. This is the concept that John's time machine exploits. Now, building a time machine wouldn't be as simple as constructing a spaceship. It would require something called exotic matter with negative energy density to keep the wormhole open. While we're still trying to figure out if such matter exists, if it does, it could hold the key to our time-traveling endeavors. But a machine that could travel through time wouldn't be without its paradoxes. Enter Stephen Hawking's chronology protection conjecture. Hawking suggested that the laws of physics would conspire to prevent time travel on a macroscopic scale. So if John's time machine were to become a reality, we'd have to navigate around this theoretical roadblock. Yet the allure of time travel keeps us fascinated. Kip Thorne, a theoretical physicist, once said, "It's about opening up the future. It's about all the wonderful things that could happen if humanity were to leave the cradle of Earth and step out into the cosmos." And that's exactly what John does with his time machine. So while we're still some way off from turning John's time machine into a reality, the scientific theories that underpin it are indeed intriguing. They continue to push the boundaries of our understanding and inspire generations to dream, explore, and perhaps one day, time travel. While John's time machine is a fictional concept, the science behind it is very real. What if time travel isn't just a flight of fancy? What if it could actually happen? Ponder on that for a moment. The idea of hopping through time isn't just a thrilling concept, it's an idea that can potentially revolutionize our understanding of the world. Let's start by thinking about the past. What if we could revisit the events that shaped our history? We could witness the signing of the Declaration of Independence, stand amongst the crowd during Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech, or even watch the pyramids being built. The past, once a realm only accessible through books and stories, could become a living, breathing experience. But with this power comes a weighty responsibility. Changing even the smallest event in the past could set off a chain reaction, altering the course of history in unpredictable ways. This is the butterfly effect, a concept suggesting that a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil could cause a tornado in Texas. Now imagine if that butterfly was a time traveler. Now let's turn our gaze to the future. Time travel could allow us to glimpse what's yet to come. We could see the results of our actions today, giving us a chance to course correct if needed. It's like having the ultimate crystal ball. But again, there are potential dangers. Could seeing the future lead to self-fulfilling prophecies, or could it create a paradox where we change the very future we've seen? On a societal level, time travel could lead to a radical shift in our perception of time. Instead of a linear progression, time could be seen as an accessible, malleable dimension. This could lead to profound changes in how we live, work, and interact with each other. The possibility of time travel opens up a world of endless possibilities and endless questions. It's a concept that's as exciting as it is daunting. As we stand on the precipice of this potential reality, we can't help but wonder, what does the future or the past hold for us? Time travel has always captivated the human imagination, and it's easy to see why. It's the allure of the unknown, the tantalizing possibility of altering past mistakes or glimpsing into the future. This fascination was personified today through John's incredible journey. From the moment we delved into his adventures, we were transported to different eras, experiencing the thrill of time travel firsthand. We've also peeked behind the curtain to understand the science that could potentially fuel such a machine. We've grappled with the paradoxes, the implications that could ripple through our existence if time travel were indeed possible. This exploration of time travel isn't just about the mechanics or the science, it's about the human condition, our relentless pursuit of knowledge, our quest to push boundaries and redefine our understanding of the universe. Whether it's real or not, time travel continues to intrigue us, inviting us to question our understanding of time and reality. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below saying "I subscribed," and we will try our best to respond to your comments.